What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? As usual, hope you're doing well. It's a Sunday. I usually don't stream on Sundays anymore, but I had some time on my hands, so I figured, you know what, fuck it, I'll stream on this pleasant Sunday afternoon. I hope you're doing well. I already said that, but yeah, I mean, it's a random stream on a Sunday. I don't expect like mad people to show up or anything like that, but if you happen to be here right now, feel free to sound off in the chat. I would appreciate that. I do these so that I can enjoy. I can talk to you guys about stuff. You know, I can just shoot the shit about whatever. And yeah, you know. Oh man, what's going on, Smart Moron? Been throwing darts at a dartboard with Makashev's face on it. Yeah, that was annoying last night. You know, I mean, I talked about it briefly, but like part of the reason people find fighting so entertaining as a spectacle is that it is a show of the human ideal, specifically the masculine ideal, you know, that ability to stoically endure pain and suffering for a goal that will put you in the history books, you know. Everybody loves that kind of thing. That's why I got involved in MMA in the first place, is because I watched Pride Fighting Championships and stuff like that. And that you know, that era of mixed martial arts, whether it was Pride or the UFC, but especially Pride, was a lot more in line with that ideal than what you have in the modern era of mixed martial arts. And it really sucks watching because everything is just nerdified. It's by the numbers, it's by the books, you know. What will get me the win? Well, top control will get me the win. Not really doing damage will get me the win. Just like laying and praying will get me the win. So, you know, I guess I'll just do that. Uh, we inherently know that that is not right. We understand that there is a metaphysical nature to unarmed combat, to combat in general, but particularly unarmed combat. Um, and it is something that if you try to remove it from that, you're making a mockery of it, you know. And that is what modern MMA has done. That's what modern boxing has done as well. Just there's very few modern combat sports that really do it the right way, you know. And it's just like, man, that fucking sucks, dude. It's so annoying wasting your time watching something that is not what you want, you know. um What's going on, Holy Clown Fuckerus? What's going on, the racist? Hello, the racist. I hope you're doing well today. Um, Fedor says the racist. Exactly. Like the amount of times, like Fedor Emelianenko, right? What made him great was not like a winning streak or anything like that. What made him great was that there were so many times where he was out, but he came back. You know, there was that guy, I forget what his name is, but they called him Ironhead. He almost sparked Fedor. Like, I wish I could show you these fights, but I'd get popped for copyright so quick. If you look up Fedor versus Ironhead, you see Fedor was on fucking roller skates. He got caught with, like, I think a left hook or something like that. And he held on until he recovered, and then he KO'd Ironhead. Which they called him that because he was so hard to knock out in the first place. And Fedor was able to survive and then do that to him. You have people like the Kevin Randleman thing. Everybody, like, even if you don't know who Fedor or Randleman is, you know the clip that I'm talking about, where Kevin Randleman suplexed Fedor straight onto his head, and Fedor was able to weather that storm. And within like 30 to 45 seconds after that, I'm pretty sure it was, he put Randleman in a Kimura and finished the fight. Like, that is what people want to see. They want to see that grit, that determination, that willingness to go out and just like absolutely positively just lay it all on the line. Um, and it's just you know, no good, no good. These little Muslim guys couldn't tie Fedor's shoelaces. Exactly, you know, 100%. He was always a smaller guy. That's another piece about Fedor too, is that he naturally probably could have been like a 185 or something like that. I would guess. Let's look up Fedor's uh yes uh sorry, I'm reorganizing everything. Um, um, 6 feet even. He's as tall as me, you know? 6 feet is undersized for heavyweight divisions. Even something like light heavyweight, it's undersized. I think for a while, I would assume it's changed since then, but for a while, the average height for I believe it was either 170 or 185 was 6 feet. I'm pretty sure it was 185. The average height was 6 feet, and then the average height for welterweight, which is 170, is was like 5'10" or something like that. And like I said, I'm sure it's changed since then. I'm talking about what the average was when like when I first started. Basically, I got curious, I looked it up. And then you have dudes like this who back in the early 2000s were 6 feet tall, and he was fighting willingly in the heavyweight division. You know, that is crazy. That's insane. Um, it's just like it's real easy to sit there and be like, it ain't, they don't make them like they used to. It just ain't what it used to be. It's so easy to do that, right? But I think this is one of those situations where we're correct, you know? I'm not a big fan of all of today's music, but I do think that there's probably good music out there. I don't think that like boomer music like Led Zeppelin and AC/DC was the best or anything like that, or is the best, and everything else has been trash since then, right? I'm using that as an example because that's the way people are, is like they hang on to their era of music and they act like that was the best ever, you know? I do think that the best era in, if not combat sports, at the very least MMA, was probably like 2002 or 3 up to maybe 2011, 2012. You know, that was probably the best era of combat sports, or at the very least, more specifically, mixed martial arts. Um, and we could get that back, but a lot of things would have to change and a lot of things would have to fall apart, honestly. And I mean, something like I don't know. Actually, I don't know. Maybe not. The bottom line is like modern combat sports across the board just suck ass. Even the more exciting ones, or even the more exciting and innovative ones, like BKFC. BKFC was exciting for all of like 20 minutes, and then they started falling into that A side, B side bullshit that boxing does. And they also they're just a place where like UFC careers go to die now. It's a place for like a quick payday, and then like you retire shortly after. Makes sense now. What title? What title are you talking about? Are you talking about I forget. Damn, I forget what I titled this. What did I title this shit? What did I title? Oh, surprise glove. Surprise glove. No, no, we're gonna be playing Glover today. By the way, Zary Fox. Thanks for tuning. YouTube is being so stupid. Here we go. Here we go. Anyway, yeah, I'm gonna be playing Glover today. Is one of the things I'm gonna be doing. I just don't jump right into the video game though. I spend like 20 to 40 minutes just kind of shooting the shit about whatever. And last night happened to be a UFC stream. I privated that stream because what's it called? Because of a couple of different things. But um, yeah, we watched the fights last night. Gabby Garcia is the new Bruce Lee. Yeah, I'll bet she is, man. Um, yeah, it is what it is. Things are gonna suck until they don't, and that's gonna be that. You know, and I don't know. Maybe like I think the UFC monopoly is gonna have to be busted up. I think they're gonna have to fragment the UFC in some way. I feel like, or if not fragment them, they're gonna have to like there's gonna have to be some kind of competition created, so that the UFC is not the only big show in town. I know there was Bellator for a while that has since gone kaput. There is PFL, but who cares about PFL? There's one championship. Nobody but Asians really care about that, if we're being honest. Same thing with Risen. Risen was supposed to be a spiritual successor to Pride, but the thing is, it's just not viable on the world stage. So it's just like, we're gonna have to have another Strike Force or like another WEC or something like that, and that's gonna be really tough. What makes it tough is that even if like the government stepped in and they were like, okay, you know what's gonna happen? We're gonna like fine you guys. Like, how do you do anything? Like, the only thing you could really do is fine the UFC money that they're gonna make back anyway. They're not gonna care about it. Like maybe you could figure something out where you stand up some kind of alternative or something like that, or maybe there's like an oversight committee for mixed martial arts that is created, which sounds like a bad idea to me. The government regulating MMA, that's I don't like that. I don't like government anything. So it's just like, what are we gonna do? Like, fuck. There's nothing to do. We just gotta wait for like a monkey wrench to get thrown in, and eventually, somewhere, somehow, you're gonna see you're gonna see like something happen. Excuse me. It will suck until Strickland beats Hamzat, dude. That would be so funny if Strickland was able to sprawl and brawl Hamzat. That would be the best thing ever. It's like, here's like, I don't want to be that guy who like armchair quarterbacks or anything like that, but it is stressful and annoying seeing where MMA has gone, and it's partially because of a failure of all the nerds. Like you have one nerd that is doing a really good job, and all the other nerds are not doing a very good job. Like, if you like, you're JDM, right? You have better striking than what's his face, Islam, right? You have better striking than Islam. Why are you not gonna work your wrestling? Why, like that's the thing, is because like I don't know what he worked in his camp. I have no clue what his camp was like. But you would be surprised just how often you actually do get guys who they don't have the kind of camp that they need. They're just so sure of themselves, and their coaches are so sure of them. Either that, or their coaches are like dumb and they let the fighter run the camp or something like that. You'd be so surprised how often that kind of thing can and does happen. Um, that like a dude just does not have the kind of camp that he needs to have, not because of injury, or like there was some kind of turmoil in his life, but just because instead of working jab cross, jab uppercut, knee, they decided, okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna get in on the inside and you're gonna get into a fucking firefight with him in the pocket, which is what JDM tried to do last night. Instead of keeping him back so that if he shoots in, he has to shoot in from an extreme range. Instead of using your jab cross, your jab uppercut, your cross to the body, your knees up the middle, and everything else like that as deterrence to keep him from shooting in on you in the first place, you're gonna march forward into him and you're gonna try and fucking throw tight hooks on the inside. It's like, what did you think was gonna happen? You know, like, why did you think that was a good idea? The only thing I could think of that kind of compares, and this is worse what happened here. This is definitely worse what happened here. But if you look up the old Ronda Rousey videos, you'll see Ronda Rousey versus Kat Zingano, right? And everyone was so sure she was going to be the one to beat Ronda before Holly Holm came along. And what did Kat Zingano do? She ran to the center of the octagon and tried to throw a flying knee right out the gate. It missed, and she immediately got taken down via a fucking throw. Because what did she do? She threw her weight into the judo practitioner. She decided she would go airborne at the judo practitioner who then caught her out of the air and hit a fucking hip toss. And then the fight, I think the fight was over like a minute or two into the first round. That's how quick it happened. It's like like it's just so weird. And like don't get like I've been in fights before. And I've been in one fight in particular where I went in there with a game plan, and at the last second I threw that game plan out the window. You know, I get it. Sometimes you make a read that is not there. Sometimes you have a second thought and you're like, I don't know, maybe I'll do it this way instead. But with someone like Ronda Rousey or someone like Islam Makhachev, it's like you know there's not going to be anything other than what you prepped for. You know everything he's got before he's going to do it. So why are you unable to sprawl? Why are you unable to keep him at the end of your punches? You were the longer fighter, you know? Like at the end of the day, it's not like you can sit here and talk about like, oh, they need to stand him up, oh, they need to pull him off the cage and all that other stuff. And like, I agree, if there's no real action going on, I think the referees need to stand it up after like 30 seconds to a minute, closer to a minute. You got to give them the opportunity, you know. Sometimes ground fighting, you kind of need to wait for a second, so you should give them closer to a minute. I do think you should stand them up eventually, though. I do think you should pull them off the cage eventually. I don't think that should be a viable method of winning, you know? But, like, other than that, it is the responsibility of whoever is fighting these guys to beat them, you know? And that's what bothers me about it. Is, like, one, I think these guys are being pussies about it. Two, I think the rules are broken. And three, why is nobody sitting down and going, okay, this is the way they fight. We're going to find the kryptonite for that. And the kryptonite is so easy to see, you know? Most fighters are natural offensive types. When forced into a complete defense situation, they don't know what to do. That's the thing, though. Like, with JDM, it wasn't even a defense thing, you know? Like obviously, takedown defense is defense. But, like, the way you're utilizing your sprawl is almost offensive in that you're standing from distance, you're punishing this person on the feet to the point where they feel like they have to go low. They have to try and take you down, and you don't let them do that. It's defensive, yes, but it's a way of corralling somebody into your offense. You know what? Fucking, I talked about this video, right? I talked about this video from a guy. His name's Armchair Violence, and I really like his channel. He does really good videos. I want to see if I can find this video real quick. Uh, I forget. Sorry, I'm just trying to see if I can find this fucking thing real quick. Um, Kypus, yes, 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 yes. This right here. Watch this video. It is a really good explanation of the nerdification of martial arts, right? But not even necessarily a bad nerdification, right? I think Kypus is a good model to follow, right? I forget exactly what it means, but I understand it on a conceptual level where I understand the way that I fight, and I understand how I can deal with different kinds of fighters to corral them towards what I would prefer to fight, you know? And like I refuse to believe that these high level gyms all around the world are not familiar with the concept of Kypus or any other kind of like model that you can utilize as sort of a system to win fights. I refuse to believe that they have no clue about any of that, you know? And it's just like it's just like what are you guys doing? You know? Um, I we'll watch a little bit of the intro of this just so you guys can understand what Kypus means, and so I can have a reminder of what every piece of the acronym means too. You know.
Understand fighting. For example, the boxing styles model helps us understand basic striking strategies and how every style has fundamental strengths and weaknesses against others. The range model helps us conceptualize how a fight changes with distance, and I even used it to uncover the flaws in Paige Van Zant's fighting style. No model teaches you everything you need to know about fighting, but each one can act as a magnifying lens to explore a specific aspect of combat. Today, I want to introduce you to the Kypus model, which describes the different stages of a fight as one person moves closer to victory. The purpose of the Kypus model is to give you a strategic path to follow instead of simply sitting there and waiting for a magical opportunity that lets you suddenly win the fight. Kypus stands for Control, Initiative, Pace, Attrition, and Surrender. Let's go.
Okay, yeah. So I always forget exactly what all of this means, right? But like I said, I am aware of the concept without the name, right? Because that is how you win a fight. You know, with well, you know, regardless of whether you're knocking someone out, submitting them, whether they quit on the stool, or if you get a you know, some kind of decision victory, you can use it the same way, you know. But like it's just strange to see some of the decisions these guys make. And again, as someone who's been in multiple fights, I understand that it's weird. Oh, excuse me. I understand that it's weird and it's hard to Jeez, I'm all fucked up right now. It's weird. It's hard to like understand what is going on in the heads of everybody. But it's like sometimes you just got to look and you got to wonder, like, what is this guy's problem? What are these guys' problems? You know? Excuse me. Um, Ronda Rousey said she wanted. Remember when Ronda Rousey said she wanted to kill herself because she lost an MMA fight? LOL. Yeah. I mean, when you spend your whole life winning stuff, you kind of, you know, you tend to fucking like implode when you lose. Hold on one sec. Sorry about that. That is actually I believe I showed you guys the video. I believe I showed you guys this video. Yes, this right here.
Many people.
This video, the mentality fighters need, right? Um, excuse me. And it is 100% true, right? It's called the toxic champion mentality. You guys should definitely watch this guy's videos. Like, it's not like he needs my help or anything like that. He's a lot more successful than I am, obviously, but like, he is definitely underrated. He's definitely underappreciated. And I like his videos. It sucks that he seems to be shifting more into politics as of late. And then there is some stuff there is some stuff that's like, all right, I'm not that interested in whether humans are tougher than kangaroos, but like stuff like that, like the science, the thinking man's aspects of fighting, it's really good because you wouldn't understand this stuff completely and totally unless either A, you do it, or B, somebody told you, you know? And I do it, and there's things that I learned from this channel. But um yeah, the toxic champion mindset is like a good example of what Ronda Rousey had. And I mean, it worked for her, you know? Almost every champion, in fact, I would say every champion has that mindset in some way, shape, or form, you know? Even people that we think of that are like, oh, but he's a nice guy. It's like, I mean, yeah, but like try and fight him, you know? Like, I don't think he's gonna be that nice. Um, like people I think Stephen Wonderboy Thompson was used as an example in that video, and he was talking about like the differences between fighting in a cage and if he had to protect himself on the street. And he gave an example. He said, if you have an earring in and you try and fight me on the street, I'm gonna rip that earring out. And that is like gruesome. And that's Stephen Thompson saying that, you know. Another example, right? Rocky Marciano, he was known for being like a nice guy champion. He was like the kind of guy that, you know, he'd like he was really good with kids. He was just like such a nice, generous guy. He was in the army during World War II, and he got put in jail for fighting. He was in like the supply corps or something like that. He wasn't on the front lines, but he was like in England and other places, and he would just get into fights with people all the time. And it was so bad they put him in prison for a little while. I would assume it was a military prison, you know, like a great example. This is a guy who historically he's known for being the nicest guy. He's a model champion. He's always got time for the kids. He's always telling them, hey, make sure you drink your milk and do your homework and eat your vegetables. He's always telling them that. He got his start in fighting from like things that we consider to be like a bad thing, you know. That's how he started. Um, it doesn't matter that like you're a polite guy. It doesn't matter that you're a nice guy. You have to have that ability to be like, oh, you think you're gonna win against me? No, 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 no. Not only are you gonna lose, you're gonna lose fucking terribly, and I'm gonna take any and every avenue that I have to take in order to do so. And if I don't cheat, it's one of two things. One, I'm too good to cheat, or two, I just didn't need to cheat here, you know. And that's where you get situations like, say, a Chael Sonnen type of deal, right, where he will gladly admit that he was on steroids. And he said, for one thing, everybody else was on steroids, but for another thing, if you're not willing to go too far, you're never going to go far enough. And that's the mindset that you have to have, you know. And that's one of the reasons why I did not have the success that I wanted to early on, you know. Like, my story is kind of weird, where when I had the time and the energy and the willingness to get into a bunch of fist fights in a cage with somebody, I didn't have that killer instinct that was like necessary. And people say killer instinct and they treat it like it's like, you know, it's a buzzword to them, right? You might as well say eye of the tiger or some stupid shit like that. But like, I didn't have that like, nah, fuck you about me. It was just like, we're here to test our skills, and that's all we're doing. It's just competition. Ha ha ha. I didn't have that willingness to be like, the fact that this guy took this fight with me means that I should absolutely positively be trying to hurt him in every way that I can. And I do not want the best for him. I want the worst for him. And anytime I fight, after a certain point, anytime I would take a fight, I would pray to God for the safety of both of us, knowing full well that I was going to go out there and try to murder this man with my fists for no reason other than he took a fight with me, which means he thinks he can beat me, and fuck that guy. Fuck that fucking asshole for thinking he could beat me, you know? And that, like, win, lose, or draw, I am so much more ferocious now than I used to be. You know, if you see some of my early fights compared to that one fight that everybody found on the internet of me back in 2019, you'll notice, like, in the first one, I was a little tentative, a little, this, like, compared to this most recent kickboxing match that I had about, 6 years ago at this point, I was like on the guy the entire time. There was no admiring my work. There was no hit him a couple of times and then stop to check if he's okay. No, it was like, I'm like, no, I wanted to knock the guy's head through the wall 100 feet that way. You know, um, you have to have that willingness. You have to have that mentality. It doesn't make you a bad guy. It makes you a good fighter, is what it does. You know, and even like, like yesterday, I was at a jiu-jitsu competition and I got hurt. Luckily, my shoulder is like so much better now. It's like, it still hurts quite a bit, you know, but like, I have so much more motion. I'm like, thank God that it appears to just be muscular and that the muscle is already healing. because I felt two pops when I got thrown in that armbar. There were two pops in my shoulder, and I could not lift my arm. I couldn't move my arm like this yesterday. You know, it just would not happen. Like if that was years ago, before I got that nah fuck you kind of attitude, I would have been like, yeah, I think I'm done for the day. But instead, I did the next match. I figured out real quick once that second match started that I couldn't even sit down without there being an intense pain in my shoulder. And because of that, the match did not last long. But I was not going to be like, it's all right, you can have it. No, whatever you're going to take from me, you got to take it. You know, I'm not giving it to you. You got to fucking take it from me. And that is the difference in mindset. You know, not to like use myself as as an example like that. I know that always looks and sounds stupid when you're like me. But I'm just saying, like, I did not have that mindset, and now I do. And because of that, the way that I think and the way that I act in all these situations where maybe I get hurt, or maybe I'm tired, or maybe I think he's probably gonna win. I don't think to myself, well, maybe I just whatever. I don't think that. I think, all right, even if I lose, like I'm going out on my shield, you know. And I like to think that everybody respected that. You know, the referee said he respected it. The other guy respected it. The kids that were at that tournament that were my students, I know they respected that, you know. And that's why I did it, is because I didn't want to go out feeling like a pussy, you know. Anyway, there are three certains in life: death, taxes, and getting jump scared by an ad during a Scott Sullivan stream. Yeah, I didn't realize how I have the ads on automatic, right? I have the ads on automatic, and I didn't realize how often the medium automatic was. You have three selections that you can make. It's like low, medium, and high frequency when you select automatic. When you select automatic ads on your streams, medium ads, literally once every 10 minutes you get an ad. That's not medium. That's not medium. That's pretty high frequency. So I started putting low. And I'm curious how often I would get ads if I watched my own stream. I'm curious how often that is, because one ad every 10 minutes is not that is unacceptable, you know? Like I want to make some kind of money off these streams just for the simple fact that I can. It's like, well, if I can, I might as well. But also it's like I'm not trying to, like, I don't want half of what you guys are watching just to be ads, you know? Especially, it's not even like I make like real money off of it or anything. I make like a few cents. I make like 50 cents per stream. It's mainly for the principle of the situation, you know. It's like, well, technically I'm getting paid for what I'm doing, so you know, yeah, I'm just dicking around, but at least I can feel like I'm getting paid. What if I have a really good stream once? I've had streams with like 10,000 views before. I've had streams with like 10,000 views on them before. Like, what if tomorrow I hit my stride and there's 10,000 people who watch my streams now, 10K or more. I have 1.5K peak concurrent viewers. What if it happens one day? You know. It's like you have creative fighters and reactive fighters. If you smother a creative fighter, they are shit, but a reactive fighter will be better in that situation. Yeah, I don't think that's a bad way to explain something like that. Is a PO box goal a good idea for the stream or any goal? I don't. I gotta be honest with you. Like the way everything's going for me right now, I don't know how I could have a goal. I don't know. Maybe I'm just thinking too hard about it. Maybe I'm just a little. Maybe I'm too in my head about this. But if there's one thing that I don't want, if there's one thing I don't want, it's this. Like dono goals or like a menu of things that you can send money for, and they just sit there and nobody donates. I will never look to any of the 7 people who are watching on YouTube, and apparently I might have 2 more people watching on Kick, and oh, 3. Oh no, now it's down to 8. It popped up to 10 viewers, and then it popped down to 8. Like, I have less than 10 people watching me right now. I will never try to pressure you guys for money. Anything you ever donate to me, I accept graciously, and I do not expect it, and I would never expect more. And thank you so much for that. And by the way, thank you to Thrill Me. I know he's not here right now, but after my stream on Friday, he donated $31, and he said, "Happy birthday, Sensei Scott. Thank you for all the lessons. Starting a family seems like a great goal to have, especially not wanting to repeat the same mistakes your parents made." Yes, thank you so much for that, Thrill Me. I had already ended the stream like a few minutes before you sent that. I have a feeling you just sent it as like a happy birthday, and you sent a message. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, you know? I would never expect you guys to do anything though. And if there's one thing I don't want, it's like it's having this up just to let it sit idle. I feel like that would be really fucking stupid of me. I would look like a fucking idiot. Yeah, you know, $100 to sing a song, $100 to sing a song, and I'm just not getting donations or anything like that. But yeah, so that's why, even though that's been there for a while, the reason it's been there for a while, you notice it says donos for our boy. That's because I was doing I think it was like over the summer, there was a guy who wanted a PS5 on 4chan, and I caught wind of that, and I was like, you know what? Fuck it, let's do it. Let's have a little fun. He was doing edits of me. He did Scotty Rocker edits with Death Stranding, because that's why he wanted the PS5. Was for Death Stranding, and I thought I got a kick out of that. So I was like, you know what, fuck it. Let's see if we can help our guy out. And that's why I did that. But like, just having that for the sake of it, it's like, nah. This isn't Field of Dreams. If you build it, it doesn't mean they're gonna come. That's an issue that a lot of people have when it comes to businesses and stuff like that. I've seen so many people who, like, specifically with MMA gyms too, they love to do this. They think that just because they have a new class, people are going to come to that class. And then they have the class for like 2 to 3 months and nobody shows up. And they're like, well, I mean, people are going to start showing up. If I have the class, people will show. And it's like, fuck, says who? Fucking says who? That's not how it works, you know? You gotta give people what they want. And I don't think reworking this thing and just having it there is going to mean people are going to start to donate to me. So as to what you're saying about like a dono goal for like a PO box or something like that, I don't think people are going to donate for that, if I'm just being honest. Scott, you can have all my disability check if you want. Thank you so much, smart moron. Maybe that's what I should do, is I should findom people on disability. I should findom disability people. That might be a good grift. Scott, just have a stream once a month where all you do is pressure your audience for money, but don't do it otherwise. I mean, honestly, that's probably not even like a bad idea, High Ecuador. That's probably not like. I feel like there's probably other people who do that quite a bit too. That's not the worst idea I've ever heard. But what is my audience? I have 6 people here right now. I have 33 total views from the moment I started this up until now, which was like 45 minutes ago, I mean, like 33 people watching or listening to you total, even if it's not all at the same time. That's actually like, that is kind of crazy. We are poisoned by the thought of like internet clout and stuff like that. Like, imagine going out into your like town square and just talking hoping that an audience will like stop and listen to you. Not like, oh, that person walked by and they didn't even pay attention to me, but they happen to walk by, so I'm counting that. I mean, like somebody who stops for a second, listens, and is like, oh yeah, that's a good point. And what about this? And then they make their way on. Like that would be kind of a feat if we're being honest here, you know? But like when it comes down to it, that is not the that is not the oh geez, you know what? Yeah, thank you for that, Zach. I did it earlier, but I forgot to pin the message. Anyway, yeah, like it's just it, you know. I need an audience. I need an audience, you know. And you guys are obviously my audience, and thank you for being here. What I mean is I need a larger audience that is willing to like, you know, do shit. And the unfortunate reality is like people who are mostly only interested in me for Fish Tank, they've moved on, you know. Like I'll pop into other people's streams and I'll see people that I used to recognize from my streams in those people's streams. And it's like, yeah, well, you know, it makes sense. I'm not really part of Fish Tank like that anymore. So these people who they're Fish Tank fans, they're gonna move on to the new Fish Tank people. Like it makes sense. I'm not angry about that, but I do notice things like that every now and again. I'm like, oh, huh, yeah, I remember that guy. Yeah, it's not gonna work. Greg has a website set up for purchasing interactions without the 30% YouTube tax, then a goal on screen. I like that. Yeah, that is one thing I would do if I had the clout to be able to, is like I would set up like I would set up a website that I could stream on. You know, like there's people who do that. Like Destiny does it. Um there's plenty of people who do that, and I would do that explicitly because I want to be able to say whatever I feel like I want to say without getting like booted. You know, that's the big thing. That's the big thing, you know. Um, should have added $9 more to make Scott write a letter to an e-girl. Oh yeah, letter to an e-girl used to be 100, but no, not that one. Yeah, letter to e-girl used to be 100, but I lowered it to 40 because I figured people would like it, because the letter that like I did Brittany Venti, I did Doja Cat, and I did like one or two more people. There was one guy who would send $100 a couple times a week back when I was streaming on the Fish Tank site. I think it was Duggan. I think it was Duggan. He would send $100 to make me write a letter to an e-girl. And I did a few of them, you know. I had a bag full of names. Letty was in there. I remember that would have been insane at that point if I had to write a love letter to Letty. There was Justa Minx in there. But yeah, like those were fun and they were funny. Just like schizophrenically writing whatever comes to mind and making it into a love letter. You know, that was fun. You know, so I figured since I was trying to get people to donate so I could send money to this dude, you know, I figured I would lower it to 40 instead of 100. And then I like singing, but I would never sing for another person. So I was like, whatever, no one's gonna pay $100 to hear me sing. And sure enough, sure enough, somebody paid $100 to make me sing. I sung Patriot Game, Patriot Game, which is an Irish song. Man, what's going on, George Floyd? Don't let the racists see you. You need to start doing impressions like MMA Guru. Yeah, maybe that'd work. Maybe that'd work. So come all you young rebels, come this way sing. Duggan Top Rocker. Yeah, is he still like I have the tip ticker. Oh, get that out of here. I have the tip ticker up. And I can't even remember the last time that thing changed, you know? Let's go here. Yeah, we're good. Yeah, it beats the hell out of me. But yeah. $100 is like a bag of weed and a nice dinner. Yeah. Your channel is for the fish tankers who've grown up. Maybe. Maybe. Maybe it is. Either way, thank you all for being here. You know, I really do appreciate it. You know, as my star sort of continues to deteriorate, you know, as my star continues to dim, I don't want you guys to think that I'm bitter or that like I'm like, dude, fucking why didn't this pan out, and like why did PKA have me on, and like fucking like they decided they were going to talk about the State of the Union instead of this or that, or dude, like fucking why didn't this person, they should have did more stuff. Like that's not like that's you know that's not how I feel. Even if certain things did not pan out the way that I would have liked them to pan out, you know, I'm not like bitter. I'm just thankful that for like a year or two of my life, I was able to rub shoulders, to rub elbows, to rub tips with some people on the internet that I have like admired from afar. I've been fans of and stuff like that, you know. And the people that I've gotten to meet, the people that I've gotten to interact with, you know, like I'm so thankful that I had good interactions with most of them, you know. Might as well put every current event in the title and fighting words if you want more viewers. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I could do something like that if I wanted to, you know. Like, I won't lie to you guys. A few months ago, started to kind of shift into current events. And there was a couple of reasons for that. For one thing, it was a lot easier to make videos about current events where I just turn the video camera on and I start talking about whatever it is, and then I just upload the video, and it's that simple, that easy. You know, that's one of the big things. But then two, I know that talking about current events, talking about things that are going on, is a good way to grow an audience, especially when you're using clickbait titles and aggressive just aggressive stuff. You know, I know that that's a good way to grow it. We haven't even started playing Glover yet. I just realized I wanted it to be a quick stream, like a 2 hour or so stream today, you know. um but yeah, like I partially made that move as a way to kind of maybe, if I could stick with it, start building an audience, specifically one independent of Fish Tank specifically. But I just don't have the stamina for it anymore. I don't have the stamina to be making tons of YouTube videos. I've had a video that I was gonna work on forever. Um I've been I've been ready to do this video forever, and it's not even a hard video to do. Just talking about, like, you know, my time in activism, and kind of giving you a rundown of all the groups that were in my region, or at the very least groups that were like around, that kind of made the news and stuff like that. It was a little bit of both. Some of it was groups in my region, others was groups that made the news back in that era of American politics. Um, I even had somebody make a thumbnail for me, hoping that it would kick me in the ass, because like, oh, I spent money on this thumbnail, I gotta make it worth it. Nah, I just don't have the stamina. You know, I can't bring myself to make videos like that anymore, and that's why all I do now is stream. I released a video that is over a year old, um, last week or the week before, whenever it was, and that's because somebody asked me to do some critiquing of their sparring for their college boxing club. And they told me at first they didn't want it to be public. And then he hits me up randomly, like a couple of weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh, hey, by the way, if you want, you can make that public." I was like, "Yeah, sure, why not? Fuck, go ahead." Well, go ahead. I'll go ahead and do that, you know? But like I'm just not in a video making place right now. I'm in a figure my life out thing. If this YouTube thing panned out and I was making like tons of money off of it, then yeah, like I'd steer into it, but it just didn't pan out, you know? It's whatever, what you gonna do? Um just need to start a podcast with Cryokeen called Fish Tank Outcast Outcasts with a Z. That's a good idea. So wait, you're Mexican? I don't think I'm Mexican. You see, my dad. So I'll tell you guys what this is, right? My dad texts me yesterday, and he sends a picture. Oh, duh. He sends a picture, right, from Ancestry, right, of this guy. He sends a picture of Ancestry that apparently is claiming that I am related to Salvador Flores. And I Googled that name, and he's got a Wikipedia page and shit like that. But the thing is, all of my family in America is from the Northeast. Even the French Canadians, where I mean, French Canada is, you know, the eastern part of Canada, you know. But like the point is, like all of my family existed in the Northeast of the United States, and then there's Canada. Excuse me. I don't see how this guy is actually fucking related to me, let alone like one of my great relatives or something like that. He was at the Alamo. This dude fought at the fucking Alamo. He was a major player in the in Texan independence, you know? Like I don't think I'm one of him, you know? But I will say there is kind of a weird thing because I am part French, right? Um, my dad then later on in the day today sent me a picture again from Ancestry with this Juan Gonzalez de Paris. That means that this dude is French, or his ancestor who first came to that Spanish colony was French, is French, right? There it implies, because de Paris means from or of Paris, excuse me. Um that is a little funny. It's like I think that's just weird coincidences though, because my dad gets overzealous about ancestry.com stuff. He gets overzealous about that stuff, and anytime he sees anytime he sees something that like vaguely resembles like maybe one of my ancestors and this guy took a shit in the same outhouse once, he assumes that I'm now related to this guy, you know. My dad would put George Washington down on our family tree because George Washington drank at like the same bar as one of my ancestors. He'd be like, well, you know, he was actually George Washington's best friend. The, like months apart, George Washington's visiting in town. He goes to the Lonely Dragon bar, the Lonely Dragon Tavern in the town. He has a beer. He heads out on his way, and then like 2 months later, my ancestor arrives in America from Ireland, and he goes to that same tavern. My dad's like, dude, fucking, they were practically like best pals. Dude, it's practically like we're related to George Washington. Like that's how excited my dad gets about shit. You know? Um, Imagine Scott's Mexican ancestors at the Alamo with the thickest Boston accent, dude. That'd be crazy. Dude, this Davy Crockett kid's fucking wild. Dude, I don't know what the fuck. Holy shit, man. Dude, this is crazy, dude. We're getting fucking bombarded here. Um, Scott's stars only dim until they finally explode and destroy the galaxy they were created in. That sounds like something I'd expect from a Shmuel Schmooter's diary. That sounds like it would have came from like Audrey Hale's diary, or Dylan Roof, or like Eric Harris, or something like that. My star is going out, but when it gets dim enough, instead of just going out, it's gonna explode and it's gonna destroy this whole messed up galaxy. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's what I'm gonna do. I was reviewing the views on your videos to see what works the other day. Current events and any MMA buzzwords in the title get views. Oh yeah, for sure they do. 100%, And like I'm not oblivious to that myself. I like to mess around with it, obviously. Like I'm not just doing that as a gag. I'm doing it hoping that people will be like, "Oh, maybe Scott will talk about that thing that happened." Oh, hey, maybe Scott will talk about that thing that happened. Maybe I should tune in. Excuse me. I don't know much about my lineage except that the Jews were Kohanim, the priestly class pre-rabbinism. I don't even know what that is. Shit. The war sort of erased most recordings of things. That's pretty crazy. Sorry, just looking around. I should probably start up the Glover. But yeah, that's probably what I'm gonna do after this. I didn't have anything to do today. That is one thing that is a little bit annoying and weird, is that oh yeah, I'm probably gonna start playing Vampire the Masquerade Bloodlines today. I got it like just before I started this. I was like, fuck it, let's download it now. Little birthday gift to myself. But excuse me. That is one thing. Like, I spent a couple years of my life like constantly just thinking like, okay, what am I gonna what am I gonna do? What project am I going to start on now? What video am I going to do next? Like, I had just my day jam packed full of shit that I had to try and get done, whether it was for YouTube, whether it was just like in my daily life I had to do it, whether it was some kind of research that I wanted to do for my own purposes. I don't have anything going on now. So I just watch South Park all day. It feels like maybe I melted down a little bit and I was just like, you know what, man, whatever. None of it seems to be working as much as I want to. I've Fuck it. Let's just watch some TV. I don't even have a video game to play. I finished Morrowind 2 weeks ago. And I don't feel like starting up a new playthrough right this second. So whatever, man. Fuck it. I'll just I'll play Glover on the streams, but other than that, I'm just gonna watch South Park. That's what I'm gonna do. You should watch the movie Pi about being part of that class of priests. Watch it; it's very good. That class of priests, the Kohanim, is it Kohanim or Kohenim? I'm curious. Like, when you think of a religion, you just kind of take it as is. You kind of forget that there's politics that play into that religion, including something like Judaism. There's definitely like, excuse me, geez, that's what a lot of different like Christian sects are. It's just politics. That's it. It's just religious politics. That's what the Puritans were. Like, the Puritans came to America because they saw the Anglican Church as too Catholic. The Anglican Church, they were like, what is this celebrating Christmas shit? What are you talking about? That's what the Catholic Church does. We shouldn't be celebrating anything. We shouldn't have holidays. That's ridiculous. You guys are practically Catholics. We're out of here. And then they came to Plymouth Colony. Yeah. Yo Jimbo. I hear that name every now and again. I don't know anything about it. And Paris sounds like Paris. Paris. Yes, we are in Paris. At Ashton Kutcher. I was gonna watch Seven Samurai the other day, but didn't. Is that a good movie? Is it one of those old? Is it one of those old samurai movies? All right, boy. I gotta relearn. I gotta relearn everything as usual. Yes, Kurosawa. I always forget the guy's first name, but I do remember his last name was Kurosawa. That dude. So last time my efforts were confounded by a falling snowball, but I figured out how to do what we gotta do here. Point. First time I got head, I was watching Seven Samurai. The girl you were with was just too hot and bothered. We'll see what happens when I break all This soundtrack has like a 1990s horror Halloween TV show feel to it, like that. Yes, I knew it. See what happens if I nail this dude with a bowling ball. Fish Tank makes another game, they should copy the new and make it you have to fight a giant Jason Gold Striker. Yeah, that'd be nice. I was supposed to be in the Fish Tank game. They were gonna put me in there. You know, I even did the first one that existed that was conceptualized. I actually did some voiceover for it, some voice acting for it. I forget how, like, it was I'm not a voice actor guy. There's no way it was any good. It was definitely like horrible, you know. But yeah, even the because like something happened with the first one, and because of that, they didn't make that specific one. But I was told that like the way they conceptualized it, I was told that the way they conceptualized it, I was gonna be in that game, you know. But you know how things go. Things change. Losing fish tank viewers could also be a blessing in disguise. Quality viewers stay, freaks bounce. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to shit on the fish tank fan base like that, but there definitely were weirdos. That is for sure. Yeah, why can't I not get this? But yeah, no, I totally get what you're saying, Zach. You know. Why do you have to throw? I tried dribbling it, but I can't. I'm not. It just doesn't go high enough. Like this is as high as I go. Like that's obviously my first choice, you know. But you fucking asshole, get out of here. Yeah. I'm having. I can't get this. I'm just straight up fucking stupid. Holy shit. What the dude? All of a sudden, I don't even know how far I have to be away to. Dude, it's like I forgot how to play the game. And then I got this asshole. Boy, oh fucking boy. I thought I was fucking up last game. Last time I played. Wow, what? Let's wait for it. Wait for it. Now. It is painful. Like it is literally painful for me right now because my shoulder still hurts. What the what? What the fuck was that? Are you kidding me? You gotta be fucking kidding me, dude. That is it. This is the second time it's crashed, but the position I have to hold my arm in to play right now is painful to my shoulder. Why can't you kill the bee with the ball? That's what I tried. I tried that. Alright, let's go. Some fish tank fans should honestly be forced to go live in Chernobyl, yeah. I mean, like... You know, like... I said this on Twitter not the other day, a while ago, and I kind of had fish tank in mind when I saw this, right? It's funny that people are so surprised that a Sam Hyde fan would be right-wing. Like, people, I try to be a nice guy. I'm respectful to everybody. I don't care what race, religion, or creed you are. You and I can be friends, you know? It doesn't matter to me that much, but, like, people seem so surprised at the fact that I have right-wing beliefs. And there were people who, you know, I never was supposed to be a politics guy. I never wanted to be a politics guy. But there were people who were so, like, surprised and disappointed that when I would talk about politics, I would talk about sincerely held right-wing views of mine. And... Whoa. There we go. Aha! Yes. Anyway, there were people who were so, like, caught off guard by my sincerely held right-wing beliefs that, like, it was just, like, it baffled me a little bit, right? And I realized, like, wait a second. A lot of these people are just nihilists, and they enjoy... Hold on one second. I didn't realize I was having to, like, scream over that, you know? In fact, you know, I'll even put it down just a little bit more. There we go. Anyway. Like... People were so surprised that, like, a dude who watches Sam Hyde's stuff and palled around with Sam Hyde had right-wing political beliefs, you know? And I never wanted to be a politics guy. That's not something... I still don't want to be a politics guy. There's plenty of those out there. They do a much better job of it than me. And I find it pointless to be constantly arguing or discussing political beliefs and stuff like that, you know? It's fruitless, it's impotent, you know? But, like, it baffled me that people who were also Sam Hyde fans, who were watching Fish Tank mainly because Sam Hyde was co-signing and posting it, it was really weird to see these people who were like, dude, when did Scott become such a fucking chud, dude? Dude, Scott's like a fucking chud, dude. Like, what the fuck? Dude, like, what's his deal? Why does he talk about this stuff? And I realized that these people are just nihilists. They're living. It is 2025, and they are living in 2007 in their head. They are still fucking bastard. They are still trying their best to be Heath Ledger Joker. They just want to watch the world burn. And there's so many people who will laugh at, like, edgy right-wing humor. Like, oh, he said the N-word. Oh, dude, whoa. But when you actually start talking about anything legitimate, you know, like a view that may be sincerely held, especially if it's a view that is sincerely held in a non-aggressive way, right? Like, you're not just saying a slur or whatever and saying they all gotta go back or whatever. When you have a robust political stance, these people will reveal themselves, and they'll hey buddy, they'll reveal themselves, and you will find out, oh, this person was never actually on my side. They never even really liked me that much. They just liked that every now and again I might make someone uncomfortable by making a joke that is not considered to be kosher by today's politically correct standards. I'm throwing this thing. Fuck it. You've got to be kidding me, dude. Holy shit. Damn, that is crazy. But, like, you cannot underestimate, you know? You cannot underestimate, like, how many people out there really are just, like, 8th graders, you know? There's a lot of 8th graders out there, and you can tell who they are just by how they dress, how they talk, and all that other stuff, you know? They don't have any real beliefs. It's just like, haha, I want to say the N-word, ho ho. Whoop. It's just the cool thing now to be leftist and outward hate towards God and things good. Well, you see, that is like part of what's going on now, though, I will say, is that there is a backlash towards that. And even left-wingers are now like, aha, dude, I'm not afraid to say it. I'll say that slur, haha. Like they have no problem with that, you know. You know, that's just the way things are. That's the way people have become today. So you have people who, like, they're pillhead motherfuckers, you know. Oh baby, yes, I made it. Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, dude. I was having so many problems with that the other day. Alright, cool. But most people on any side wouldn't agree with my I consider myself an extreme centrist with right-wing fiscal policy and some left-wing social beliefs. Rockefeller Republican meets Social Democrat, but most people on any side wouldn't agree with my extreme views. I voted for Obama and Trump, lol. Yeah, I mean, I didn't vote for anybody. I voted in a local election once, and like a few months later, I got a jury duty summons, and I was like, I don't give a fuck about voting that much. I don't want this jury duty shit ever again. I'm not gonna re-register to vote. It's not happening. Fuck it. Fuck that. You know. What was I gonna say? But yeah, like, I'm very libertarian in a lot of things, but I am a traditionalist the way that I think about things. And the reason why is because of that Evolian sort of super fascism. And when I say super fascism, right, a lot of people either purposefully or maybe mistakenly misconstrue that to mean like we need super duper fascism. But no, what it is that when Evola was alive, he was living for a while in fascist Italy, including during World War II. And he was, I don't know that he was like a straight up opponent of the fascist party, but he was known to criticize fascism in Italy because the way he saw it was actually very similar to the question A Clockwork Orange poses, where if you're just making laws and removing people based off of any kind of dissent or any sort of like refusal to live up to that ideal that you as the fascist want people to live up to, it's not that society is becoming healthier. It's not that people are, you know, returning to tradition and saving Europa or anything like that. It's just you're beating people into submission. Like I said, A Clockwork Orange poses the question, if you are physically incapable of doing bad, can you actually be good? I choose to believe no. I think you have to have the capacity to do bad but rise above that, and that's partially what Christianity is about, even though Evola was a critic of Christianity as well, right? He was an occultist. I don't take everything that he's ever said as like something to listen to, obviously, but I do believe You have to have a society in which you can, but choose not to. And I think that you have to have the ability to separate yourself from the people who choose to. And that's why politically I am still very libertarian, because in my ideal society, almost not everything, but almost everything is on the table. And if I am able to pool money and resources with my friends to buy up a small town, like buy up all the property in that small town, and we decide we want to make rules as to the kind of people who are allowed in town, we should be allowed to do that. And that means you should be able to say, oh, you know what, no abortions in my town, no drugs in my town, no this person, no that thing in my town. You should be allowed to do that, you know? Libertarian, gosh darn it. Anyway, yeah, libertarian traditionalist commune, you know? This is not reality, says 100%. Of course, I'm always right. All the time. They should make a president's themed fighting game. Teddy Roosevelt is a top tier. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. What was that? What was that? That was scary is what that is. I'm gonna see if I can smack this fucking bowling ball into him. See if I can't. Come on, baby. Pussy. What? No? Oh, damn it. Bob Saget. Oh, damn it. Come on, man. Every time I smack him into that thing, I can't even go get that thing now. I'm gonna lose out on a life if I try. You kidding me? What? I guess I can't die in this level. If I die in this level, it will apparently it will crash the game. I'm thinking maybe we'll give it one more because I know what to do up to that point, you know? We'll give it one more. Europeans have been Christian for nearly 2,000 years. The ideals will be there in their subconscious, whether they like it or not. Exactly. You know, it's like even atheists are Christian. They just don't realize it. Their system of morals comes from Christianity. Even the Renaissance was not the atheistic period of enlightenment and reform that they believe it was. It was Christians who found wealth and prosperity and decided that they would seek out God's mystery in the world around them. You know, they because of the success that they were experiencing, they were looking for God's beauty in the world around them. You know, that's what that was. You know, you can talk, you even like atheists love to bring this up. Like, I guess one of the founding fathers was like, he had like I think it was Jefferson. He had a Bible with all references to Jesus taken out of it or something like that, or something like that, where it's like, basically everything they hated about the Bible, they were like, yeah, actually, he had a Bible, but he took out all the parts that were bad about it. Yeah, totally got him. And it's like, all right, so what you're saying is this guy who you are propping up as though he's some kind of like a godfather of your belief system. He was a Christian, he just didn't follow Christ. He was just a really bad Christian is all he was, you know? I stopped playing PC games because they all crashed. Yeah, you get that issue with these older games, you know? Damn, wasn't expecting that noise from Glover. My bedrock of belief systems surrounds systems theory and cybernetics. I don't even know what systems theory is. I probably should, though. Trying to see if I can get 2 of these at once. Ah, yes. Ah, what the... Alright, cool. Want to see what happens if I... Fucking bitch. This fucking asshole. Go. There we go. Yes, I forget who said it earlier, but somebody said we should they should make a presidents-themed fighting game. That I'm sure they've done something like that before. There's no way nobody has thought of a president's fighting game. Although it should be updated with you know, whoever has been president since then, you know. Oh, damn it! Oh wow, we're gonna get stuck here again. Maybe. You see what I'm talking about? Listen to the theme that's on right now. Actually, no. I think I might be better off here. All right, sick. Damn. A scientific framework that studies how interacting processes influence each other over time to maintain a larger whole. Ah, I see. Okay. The underlying idea that the whole is desirable, and measurable. That humans are rational creatures. Ah, okay. I think I don't. I don't think humans are rational in that way. I think rational. I think we know what's good for us, just like other animals know what's good for them. If it makes sense what I'm trying to say there, you know. I don't think we're necessarily rational in that way. Go. Whoosh. Go. Yes, we got it, boys. We got them, boys. Alright, so I have to try my best to not get fucked up by this guy. What was that scream is what I want to know. Alright, we're good. Oh, I know what to do. I know what to do. I know what to do with this guy. I fucked up the last time. I know what to do. See, that way I can... Shit. Go, 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 go. Ah, ha, 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 yes. Yes. Oh, fuck. What was that? What was that? Oh, perfect. I only got 68 out of 80 Garibs. Where were the rest? Where were the rest located? Perfect. Perfect. We did it. We did it, boys. But yeah, I think there's a difference between rationality and knowing what's best for you, because, like, you know, like, I feel like an inherently rational person is willing to take an L from time to time, and humans generally are not willing to lose, you know. And what I mean by that is like, when you know something is wrong, but you want something, like if I know that like my wife has some cookies. She only has enough cookies for her. I want them, though. I want some cookies. I take cookies. I eat them. She doesn't have any anymore. I can, like I know that that's not a good thing, but I wanted it, so I did it. You know, like people are just, that's just the way people are, you know? I think the way the Bible describes people. The floor is fucking lava, huh? I think the way the Bible describes people is, I don't think that's very rational, you know? And I think that is one thing about the Enlightenment, you know? Like, that is one thing about Enlightenment that sucks, is that people are considered to be, like, good and rational just cause, you know? The better angels of our nature, and it's like there are no better angels or better angles or whatever, you know. Like, I'm explaining this like a fucking buffoon because I'm playing a children's platformer game while I'm doing it, you know. But like, yeah, I just don't think people are rational. I think everything that we have seen and everything that we are aware of points to us definitely in no way, shape, or form being any kind of rational, you know? But I also don't think it matters that much figuring out whether we are or not. I just, you know, you said something, Zach, and I was like, oh, you know, I'll entertain that for a minute. I'll think about it for a minute, you know? There we go. Wait a second. Wow. Wow, okay. Damn. It's a good thing there was no lava on the other side of that. Right, but you didn't take the cookies and throw them at her, so you're acting rationally apart from conceptualizing your actions as good or evil. Yeah, I mean, maybe that's part of the problem, is that when I think of rationality, I think of, like, good and evil. You know, maybe your interpretation or understanding of rationality is not what mine is, you know? Oh, shit, damn it. Oh, why hello there. Why hello there. this? You know what? I'm gonna give it a shot. Okay. Oh, fuck. One of these assholes. One of these fucking guys, huh? Oh. Oh, would you look at that? Oh. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh, dude. What the hell is going on? Oh shit, damn it. It's stuck now. It's stuck. I have nothing I can do with it. I gotta hope that I can find a way up there, which I'm probably not gonna be able to. I'm probably just gonna have to dive into the lava. You know, perhaps I can't even get up there. I don't think I can jump high enough for that. Well, oh. Okay, that's cool, but what now? What now? What meow? Well, actually, oh. Baby, would you be mad if I took your cookies? Did you hear me? Would you be mad if I took your cookies? Yeah. Yeah? Would you think I was a rational being? You're like, what the fuck are you talking about? What the hell is this? Ah, yes. Here we go. Ah, perfect. So, what is this, though? Does this lower the thing, I would assume? It lowers it just enough to... Yes. Haha. We should... It's not even that late. We should start thinking about dinner at some point, though. And I assumed that thing was going to start moving back and forth. This game is tedious but cool. It is pretty tedious. It is pretty tedious. That is for sure. Oh! Ah, man. Well, the good news is I have tons of lives. Scott, did you play either Portal? No, I was not big on Portal. I was not big on Portal. I played a little bit of Left 4 Dead, and Left 4 Dead 2, but I never owned them. And I never played any... I never played any of the Orange Box games. I never played Team Fortress 2. I never played any Half-Life, you know. I know these are like core games that people are like, when you've never played them, people are like, what, dude? What are you talking about, dude? You know? Dude, well, you fucking got it, dude. Dude. Oh, damn it. I click one too many times. It sucks that I have to go all the way back too. I have to redo all that shit. Oh. That's right, pussy. Get mad. Get mad, boy. I believe what I have to do is... Haha, yes. I think that works. I hope that works. I hope and pray that works. And then I'll be able to double jump my way over there. I hope and pray, yes, it worked. Perfecta. Oh, oh. It does rock. I am having a really fun time playing this. I'm glad I decided to mess around with it. Alright, so what is... Oh, yeah, okay. Perfect. Haha, yes. That's exactly what I needed. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Perfect, perfect, perfect. Could not ask for anything better. Well, I could have had 2 extra lives, you know, if I didn't fuck up like a dummy. At the very least, when I died on this level, it didn't, it's not like I completely, like, what? Do they come back up? Alright. Fuck, I misclicked. Fuck, shit. I misclicked like an idiot. Or mistapped. Just enjoying the heck out of the soundtrack. Yeah, the soundtrack's fire. It really is, you know. Modern sound design and modern sound design and modern soundtracking in video games is terrible. I am not a fan. Okay. I'd rather wait and goes down and back up, you know? Knowing that I was not 100% ready when it came back up. I think you have a VR headset. The VR version of Half-Life 2 is very good. That does sound interesting. Ooh, what is that big guy fucking doing? Shit. I don't like this. I don't like it. I don't like either of these. What the hell is going on? Uh-oh. Yo, did she just die? Did she just die? Oh, man. Uh-oh. Man. Yo, those fucking... Whatever they are. Is that a Triceratops? I forget. Those things love the hell out of me, dude. I am very, very popular around here, I guess. Shit. Yo, she just dove into the lava. What the hell just happened here? Go. It's time to move. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh. B. Yes. There we go. Huh. So what is the deal here? Oh, whoa, that's the deal here. Oh, shit, okay. Haha, yes. Fuck yeah. Oh, yee, oh. Go. Yes. Big Spyro fan. I only had one Spyro game growing up. I believe it was the second Spyro game. Yeah, I liked it. It was good. I just was not, like, huge on... I was not, like, huge enough on it as to where I was like, oh, dude, I should totally... I was not huge enough as to where I was like, yeah, I need to play more of these, you know? Whoa, yeah. Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Whoa. Oh. It even did the whole thing, the oh. Whoa. Ah, damn. Wonder what happens if I... Oh, shit. You kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me, dude? Okay, so I can go this way, I can go up there, I can go that way. I would assume I should probably go where the Garibs are, but I also don't love that, because you see this shit? You see this? It's quite a bit of Garibs. I couldn't reach that if I wanted to. There's no way. I'll head up here. I'll use that to scout out the. I use that to scout out that direction. Yeah, I couldn't even go that way anyway. Yeah, I have to go this way. There's nothing I can do. Oh man. Oh jeez, this is ridiculous. So yeah, I let that thing do most of the work. I'm gonna take out these guys just because they happen to be here. It's one less thing I gotta worry about. There we go. Alright. So I at least know what's waiting for me here. You were gonna... Oh, yeah, I was gonna say something about VR. I mean, VR is cool, you know? It's a gimmick, but I think it's a gimmick that, like, is here to stay in a certain sense, you know? And I think as time goes on, we're gonna see it get better and better, you know? I mean, I don't think I'm, like, you know, I'm some kind of, like, it's not, like, I don't think it takes 700 IQ to think something like that. But, you know, like anything where I can feel like I'm actually doing the thing for real, I am going to be a fan of, you know, and that is one thing, like, I can't find the time or the energy to be, like, playing Skyrim on VR, you know? I wouldn't even play Skyrim on the computer right now, so it's like, well, why would I do VR, you know? It just wouldn't work the way I wanted it to. Alright, I gotta nail... I believe I have to... Perhaps I need to. Oh, damn. Oh, damn, okay. Skyrim VR wasn't that good, IMO. Yeah, I wouldn't know, you know. I never played it, obviously, but, you know. You know, I might give it a shot one day just for the fuck of it. You know, I have nothing else to do, and I have time to waste on VR. Ah, yes. I'm just here destroying Stonehenge. Here in England, destroying Stonehenge. My favorites so far have been Among Us and RE4. I don't know what RE4 is, but Among Us VR does sound like it'd be kind of fun. Ah, Bob Saget. Alright, well. I'm gonna go this way because I'm sure there's probably some kind of goodies hanging around here somewhere, you know. My wife got me some cologne. My wife got me some cologne for my birthday, and it smells really good. Oh, Resident Evil 4. Ah, I see. Actually gonna work the way I want it to? I don't believe it will. I don't believe that's actually gonna work the way I need it to. So you know what? I'm actually going to ditch this. I'm gonna leave it here for the time being. Because I know I can jump these. I know I can jump these things. Maybe I don't want or need the ball here. Maybe it's something I can... Jeez Louise. Yeah, no, I need the ball. Son of a bitch. Son of a monkey's uncle. This is fucking scary. Okay, alright. This is like one of the scarier things I've had to do, honestly. Wow. Damn it. Fuck. What'd she get you? It was some Calvin Klein shit. I don't even know what it's called. It is, like, I do really like the smell, though, you know? She said, like, she said one day she was like, I would like it if you wore cologne. And I was like, I mean, I guess I could be a cologne guy, fucking. And then she was like, what do you want for your birthday? And I was like, well, you told me I should wear cologne. I just go, you see how the thing just goes. Yeah, like, my entire life I've never dressed to impress. I've never given a fuck about my appearance and stuff like that. But as I've gotten a little bit older, I have kind of started to think like, well, what if I did dress a little bit better? What if I wore cologne? What if I, you know, what if I didn't just let my hair grow out and my beard grow out until I get sick of it, you know? And like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm not going shopping for like new wardrobes or anything like that. I want, like, my main concern is losing weight at this point. Even like the video of the tournament yesterday, I'm looking at myself and I'm just like, fuck, dude, that is so bad. I look so fucking awful, you know. I gotta lose this weight though, you know. And when I do that, I'll probably start like giving a fuck about how I dress, you know. It's just when all you do is go to work, go to the gym, and come home, you kind of get to a point where you're like, bro, do I care? Who cares if I, like, what does it matter if I, what does it matter? What does it matter if I look good or not? You know, that's kind of the like, you know, that's just how you feel about shit. Man, oh man. Oh. Damn. Alright, what the hell's going on? I'm gonna see what happens if I abandon this thing here for a second, and then I what happens if I go back and bang, I raise it up with that thing there. That way I don't have to worry about like too much bouncing or anything. If you're just getting into it, Fragrantica is your friend. Oh, what the? Get out of here. Can figure out what notes you like in similar sense. Yeah, that might not be a bad idea, you know. I do like, I don't like saying it's time to grow up, right? Because I've been a man for a long time, and the clothes don't make the man, the fragrance doesn't make the man. the car doesn't make the man, etc., etc., right? That is something that weak men and women believe, that like it is possessions that make the man. Mentally, spiritually, physically, you know, I am a man, and there is a dignity that I exude as a man, you know. But it would be nice to start kind of moving in that direction of like, okay, let's dress a little bit better, you know. Athletic wear all the time is like, yeah, well, you know, not great. Ha ha ha, yes. Oh, what is that up there, huh? There we got one. I am curious about what is up there, but first I'll get these Garrets. Aha, yes, there's another one. Whoa. Possessions are different than sense IMO. It's a primal thing. Well, you know, to me it's all kind of the same anyway, you know? Like, yo, some dudes are sneakerheads, other people, they're like, I like whiskey and wine and shit like that, you know? Or like some other thing, you know? Like I think the best way to describe it is like how sneakerheads are, where they have like tons of different kinds of shoes and shit like that. It's kind of the same thing to me in a certain sense, you know? What? Oh, speed. Oh, shit, I'm zooming. We zooming over here. Zoom. Vroom. Holy shit. Like patchouli. Yeah, I should get patchouli is what I should. I just remember when I was a weed smoker, right? I was working at this gas station, and it's one of the, like, it was actually ran by Israeli dudes, but they had a station of incense, and all of, like, there were so many different, like, scents and stuff like that you could buy, and it all smelled exactly the fucking same. It all smelled exactly like that type of shit, you know? Like patchouli. Whoa. Yeah. See, I just don't want to take the chance, and that's why I'm going to see if I can throw the bowling ball, because I believe the bowling ball would not pop on that shit. I like to think so, anyway. You gotta be fucking good. Ball bearing. Sneakers, spirits, colognes. It's for me, though. I am not here to impress anybody. Yeah, I could see what you mean there, Zach. Come on. Go. Why is it? Alright, perfect. So when it comes back down. Oh, yes. Fantastico. Wait a second. Is that the end of the level? Aha, yes. Yeah, where, like, I got 65 out of 80 Garibs, but I didn't see any other Garibs than what I got. I just don't know where the hell these things could be, you know? Boom, bing. Boom, bing. Oh shit, this is a boss fight? I had no clue. Damn, okay. I didn't know we were gonna get a boss fight right now. And I have 11 lives, so I have plenty of chances to try and get this. I just need to find... Huh. What the fuck was that? So what? Do I need bowling ball and to like smack it down at him or something, or? I must have to nail this guy with the fucking bowling ball or something. Oh hell yeah! I nailed his ass. Ah, I nailed him again too. Shit. Okay. Perfect. Oh. Uh-oh. Yo, he kills my ass whenever he gets me like that. He absolutely ruins me, but I'm hoping... That may have been the easiest boss fight I have had. That was too easy. It was easy peasy, if anything. Yeah, that was the easiest boss fight I've ever done. That should have been like mission 1 boss fight. The last 2 missions were easier. Jeez. What? You missed some Garibs. Wait, there were Garibs there? Or was it talking about the whole thing? Anyway, let's go ahead. We'll go and we'll throw this bad Larry back there. Dude, I've been sick. I've been sick since last night, and it is really annoying. It's not like coughing like sick. It's just like nausea. Like yesterday was the worst birthday, man. Like I think what I ate last night. You know, I was throwing up last night, and then it was also, you know, there was some other issues. I'll spare you all the details. Ah, yes.
Yes.
Hell yeah. So we got what, like 2 or 3 more? Nice. It's like, if it doesn't get better, I'm gonna have to fucking call out of work tomorrow. It's so annoying. Anyway. So. I think it is about time for me to hit that dust. I think it is about that time for me to hit that dusty trail. Okay. Thank you guys for tuning in. I appreciate you, as you know. One moment. There we go. I appreciate you guys, as you know. All right. Thank you for a good weekend. This is one of those weekends I streamed all 3 days, so you know. I will be streaming on not Monday, what the hell? Wednesday, the latest. All right. If I can stream in the meantime, I will. But Wednesday is going to be the latest. And yeah, just thank you guys. I'll talk to you later. All right. Until next time, peace out.